Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, first day of the week, and I took two trades today. New York session. One was a straight L and another one was a W. And besides these two, I also took another trade on my live fund. I already posted that on my community post, so you can check that out as well. I low-key went short on this candle as soon as we touched that appreciated box, and uh, I closed the trade somewhere around here. All right, I didn't hold for here, bro, because I was a bit sketchy about it, so closed it earlier. But profit is profit, bro. Who cares, right? But anyways, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, give a thumbs up. I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers before this month ends, bro. So do me a favor, please sub up, dude, and give a thumbs up. All right, and make sure to check out Lucid Funding 50% discounts going on. I think it will be valid until 2nd of July. So 3 days left, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, 3 days left for the coupon. Use code NEXTGEN. And yeah, man, that's it. So uh why did I took a short today? All right, why did I took a long? First of all, anyone who looks at this candle, today's candle, this candle has no wicks to the bottom, right? Everyone is looking for what shorts, right? They think that they can probably pick the high and then uh, get out somewhere around here or towards the sell side. But as I said, price could probably retrace back into this gap. All right, we have another gap here as well. I was looking at that as well, and on the 4-hour time frame we have this buy side. On the hourly time frame we have another, like, kind of a breaker right here. So I had both I was expecting both side directional move, but uh, I was more interested in looking for longs, right? So first of all, let's look at the 930 candle. All right, so 930 candle dropped and took out these two lows. All right, and we have, do you see anything on the chart? Let me put it on. We have this inverse gap that I was looking at, and on the 15-minute time frame, this right here was the 930 candle, right? So I was thinking about, like, price probably not gonna take out this low before pushing higher, and I was expecting price to sell off from we have a gap here, I'll show you later. I was expecting a sell off. Price kind of makes a higher low here with SM2 with ES at that time and push trade up into that gap, then sell off, take out these lows, and then keep on pushing higher, something like that. But with that in mind, this particular low here, all right, this low, I was taking that as my dealing range, and there was a supportive idea for that as well. We had this gap right there, all right, and price kind of validated that gap right there, and also we had another gap right there. So these are the two gap I was looking at. The first one, I confirmed the bullishness for my setup. All right, now if I drop down to a 1-minute time frame, you will see the first trade I took was within that gap, and I was not willing to see price go below that low, so I went long. It did move to my favor a little bit, then stopped me out right there. All right, so the first trade was a straight L, and after that I waited for price to give me some more indication or some clear setup or whatever. So it did drop and took out these lows. All right, that was the low we that was the last low, which took out this sell side, then went for the buy side and pretty much caused the market structure shift and price went higher. All right, that was kind of a significant low. So price took out these lows, and at that time I think there was SMT. All right, so we have SMT, and price took out that significant low and tapped into my zone of interest. So now what I'm looking at, I dropped down to a 1-minute time frame, I waited for price to give me something, which I have here, this market structure shift. And for a moment, bro, I thought that price not gonna come back into it. All right. But look, we pretty much, I went long a bit earlier, to be honest, because I was also looking at this gap, this inverse gap. Okay. As soon as we touched the upper, I mean, the high of that gap, I went long, placing my stop exactly at the below, I mean, below, fuck, man, I'm fumbling so much. Exactly below that old fair value gap. Let me turn off this indicator, all right? Right there. And the next two candle pretty much touched the midpoint of that gap and run for the buy side. And I had my limit sell right there. And it was pretty much a top tick exit, bro. And I took a partial above these highs right there. There was my first partial, I think. Let me see. I saw something else. Let me see. Yeah. That high was my first partial because these two highs are relatively equal. So first partial, second partial, and pretty much this gap right here, I'll show you what is that. All right. So on the 5-minute time frame, we have these two combined gap. All right. I was using those two together, but if I use the lower one only, you could see we pretty much respecting the I mean price wasn't willing to close above the midpoint of that gap. All right, outside of it, so it went higher, manipulated more buyers within a seller's zone. Bro, I'm kind of talking about like order flow, right? But it's not what I mean. This is a CB, right? So we want to see price sell off from there. But if it's manipulating, bro, what did that fly come on? So if price is manipulating higher and kind of breaking a structure within that gap, I would take that as a manipulation. And pretty much at that time, I think we had SMT compared with that high, right? ES already moved further higher. But if you look at NASDAQ didn't do it. So I was like, all right, I can go short. So I kind of took this trade, all right, right there. And I pretty much got out here. So it was a 5-hour trade on my live account and almost like 176 points. These two, I took them on my funded account with Lucid Funding, all right. So pretty much a good day to start the week, bro. But yeah, I need to work on my patience a little bit more. I think yeah, that's what I need to do, bro. But I hope you guys had some good trades as well. If you didn't understand anything about this recap, comment down below and I'll try to answer it. And yeah, man, check out Lucid Funding. Link is in the description and I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. Till then, be safe, take care of your health, your mental health. Peace out, chat.